What's up, everybody? So, we're gonna review the Halo show on Paramount. You know what, man? I don't even want to be negative. Let's let you run this. Go ahead, man.
Okay, so I love Halo. I love the Halo series.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, a show announced about Halo is going to do nothing but get me excited.
Right.
Especially considering what we've had in the past. But because of that, that was also a scary part about it, because I was not expecting this to be good in the slightest, because I don't feel like there's any game series out there that was even remotely good. I feel like Doom was kind of like silly fun, but other than that.
Doom, the movie, the one with The Rock?
Yeah. I feel like that
It was okay.
Yeah, it was silly.
Yeah, it was okay. I feel like you teared up in Doom.
I might have.
When he shot the soldier, and then the soldier went down, he said, "He's just a kid." And he goes, "I need soldiers, not anybody else, but soldiers." You remember that? And then you immediately turned on The Rock. You said, "I don't like The Rock anymore. I hope he dies." You remember that? Yeah, you were a lot younger back then. Continue.
So that was like the closest I can say to a like actually good series based off of a video game or a movie. So to see this come out, my expectations were super low. And coming from it, like how long ago did we watch it? Like 15 minutes ago?
We just watched it.
Yeah.
We just watched it. He wanted to do this review. He's like, "We're going to do a review?" I'm like, "Now? Dude, I already uploaded today." He's like, "Yeah, I know, I saw." I said, "Did you even watch what I uploaded?" He said it had to do with Sony. No, I didn't watch. I'm like, continue.
So I like it. I know that a lot of people were pretty negative about it.
Right.
And this is just the first episode. But even still, there was negatives about it, but I feel like I do want to see more from this.
Okay, tell me what you liked, man. Tell the people what you liked.
In terms of the story, I like it.
Okay.
I like the story.
Tell me why.
I just like the whole concept. Of course, it also helps that it's based off one of my favorite game series of all time. So, to see this in action, to see Master Chief and these Spartans with these, like, freaking beast mode suits.
So you like the way the armor looks?
Yeah.
What do you think about the helmet reveal? A lot of people are pissed off that he took his helmet off. How do you feel about that?
When I saw that, especially so early on into the show, I kind of mixed feelings. But mainly, I think I would be upset if this was like normal Master Chief. It's one of the negatives, but also kind of a positive if you want to look at it from this aspect. This does not feel like Master Chief. He talks too much. His voice isn't even remotely similar. I don't feel like he has that just completely messed up, just battle-hardened machine, like, just feel to him that he did in the original Halo games. In this, he feels more human.
Right.
And to see the face reveal come in so early, I feel like to have it come in so early was kind of a letdown, because I feel like that was something that they could have put in as like kind of a conclusion to it, or like somewhere in the middle of it instead of so early on. But because this doesn't really feel like Master Chief, I can kind of let it slide. This does not feel like a canon in, like, you know, with the storyline of the normal
Feels like
Halo
a different
games.
version of Halo.
Yeah, it's like an alternate timeline.
Right.
So, I would definitely prefer Master Chief to be like how he is in the normal series, because I feel like he's freaking awesome in that. But at least to see that he's like pretty much this entirely different version is at least acceptable to see the helmet reveal come in.
And he was very, very, very limited on his words.
Yeah.
Not yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every word.
Where are you going?
Cool.
I'm giving the Covenant back their bomb. You know, stuff like this. Very quick, to the point. Just good, solid one-liners. In this, it's like you're saying, they're really trying to develop his character, so that's obvious. I like that dude as an actor. He played in Den of Thieves. I don't think you've seen that. That was a good movie. He played in 13 Hours. One of my favorite movies ever made. I loved him in that movie. He's an excellent actor. I just don't know if he's cut out for this one. I don't know if the role suits him. But, you know, it's the first episode. Continue.
Now, like, looking at the combat, another thing that I really like that they introduced is the gore. Mm-hmm. Like, something that you never saw in Halo was gore.
Right.
In this one, you can see limbs being torn off. And even in, like, the very beginning of the movie, where this chick's running away from the Covenant, her head gets blasted off by a plasma bolt. And that was crazy to see. Like, seeing the gore, that got me hyped to see some of the stuff that they did. Like, the chick, sure, the choreography wasn't the greatest, but when that elite was on the ground and then she pulled the plasma pistol, charged it, and then blasted his head off, that was awesome. I'm really liking the gore.
Okay.
But the gore was also a little sloppy at the same time, because the CGI, I feel like, was kind of just low budget, it looked like.
It looks very low budget.
Like, when I think of this show, it just, to me, it looks reminiscent of, like, a really good fan project. And I saw that in, like, a comment on YouTube, and I was like, that's pretty accurate. I feel like
it does look like a fan project. Yeah. I agree with that.
It looks like a really good fan project. And in terms of a big budget movie, this does not come off as that.
Right, yeah, no,
I
feel
like, yeah, I feel like the CGI just looks like a little scratchy. Like, when they're shooting the guns, the muzzle flares look like they have, like, no detail at all. Mm-hmm. And, like,
I feel like the choreography was weak.
Yeah, like, he goes like this in the middle of it, and I think he brushes one of the elites with like the tip of his rifle. Not even the butt of the gun, just like this part of the rifle by the front end.
Yeah,
then he gets brushed back.
Yeah, and then you got the chick that was sliding in, and then she roundhouse kicks an elite, and he goes flying.
Yeah.
I'm like, aren't the elites like an unstoppable force? You know what I mean? They'll one swipe you and kill you in the games.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't Master Chief, when you melee an elite with a fresh shield, he ain't going flying nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, these suckers can pick up Chief and stab him with an energy sword, and it's like they're just whooping their ass like they're kids, and they're slow. Like, she's dancing in between them. They can't even hit her. Ooh, ooh. I'm like, man, come on, man. This ain't elites.
That would be more like brute things, not the elites.
Yeah, and just the movements. It felt, I don't know, man. It just didn't feel fluid. It didn't feel natural. Like, even from the first second when he landed, like, it was like a drop in a pool.
Yeah.
You know, there was no impact when he hit the ground. Then his turns are like Batman, when he turns in Batman Part 1, he can't turn his neck. It just, I don't know, man. It just seemed lame. And then the big jumps looked very, very bad.
Yeah.
I just did not like the choreography at all. I did not like the special effects. I did not like the acting. Props for them putting in the gore, but even the gore looked weak.
Yeah.
And then they're showing the aliens side of the story, which I always hated about in the Halo games. You got the dude with the long neck,
honestly,
running his mouth. It's like, man,
it's less realistic, but I honestly liked it when the Prophets spoke in English in the, like, actual Halo series, because when they speak their, like, traditional language, it sounds like
their native tongue. Yeah.
I preferred it when the Prophets would speak in English and the aliens spoke in English.
And I don't want to crap on him, man. He's liking it, and I'm over here. I'm so negative. I'm like, man, this shit is trash. And he's like, he's sitting up, he's getting into it, he's sitting back, he's leaning back forward in his chair. I'm like, man, this dude is liking this. You know what I mean? I'm struggling over here. I wanna just get up and walk out. Proceed.
So, in a summary, I think that this series has serious potential.
Whoa, what do we think about Dr. Halsey? Is that who it is?
Dr. Halsey? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See those big old eyeballs, man? She got some big eyes. I love big eyes on a woman.
She's, like, super pretty for her age.
She's aged very well. She's 52 years old, that actress. She was in the Truman Show. Awesome, just luring eyes. Love that. He asked me, he said, so if Halo 4 Cortana comes in, and it's exactly Halo 4 Cortana with her voice, will you be more into it? Damn right I will be. But we already know that's not going to happen. Cortana's going to look like crap and sound like crap. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
It's in order to...
So what was... So we got Master Chief. He's Mr. I follow orders. I don't question orders. Then he touches a Forerunner symbol in a cave. I'm guessing that's what it is.
Yeah.
We may have got a brief glimpse of the Arbiter. I don't know. He saw Chief activating something and then he took off running. Chief gets some memories. Now all of a sudden he wants to help this girl. This is spoilers, right? It's the first episode. It's on Paramount. Who cares?
Yeah.
And what is that? What was that Forerunner thing like? Why did it knock out the power on the entire thing and then turn the power on that ship?
That part, I saw that and I was like, that's kind of...
Your head's out of the camera.
I saw that and I was like, that's kind of stupid. And of course, this is alien technology. We have no idea what it does, but I felt like that was like for the very specific purpose that it served. To get them get them in the Pelican and get it running with the power back on, and then EMP everything else. I felt like that was just stupid.
Well, doesn't the Forerunners have something to do with Master Chief? Maybe that device is tailor made to work with Chief. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm not too intensive on the Halo lore, so I'm not super sure as to what it did. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I think we should wrap this up.
Yep, I agree.
In terms of a summary, I would really like to see like a full season of this. I'm really liking it. And I think what they need to do is put a little more effort into the CGI.
That won't come until season 2 if they get enough viewers. That's what happens with these shows. Like, the bigger a show gets, the more money they'll dump into the budget. But if they're not getting the views, it won't even renew for another season.
Yeah, so it's like, I saw it, and I'm looking forward to extra episodes for that. I feel like that was good.
What would you like to see changed?
Muzzle flares, I think, need to be fixed. I think the characters move, like, super sluggish.
More detailed, they're not going to fix that. Ain't none of that going to change unless they make a second season.
I feel like the choreography doesn't look that great.
Are you into the story?
Into the story? Yeah. Okay,
good. All right, and you're digging it, so... I'll watch it with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to do a review on every episode. Maybe if they have like a really good episode or a really bad episode. We'll go off you. If you want to make a video, we'll do a video. If not, whatever. You know what I mean? It's your show, so that's it. Got anything else?
Decent first impressions I'm getting from it. I'd like to see more. Other than that, I think we should wrap this up.
Let's be real to the game. I'd make a better Master Chief.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious. 6'6", 240 pounds. You know what I mean? I just fit the role better. I'm manlier. Nah, I like that dude, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if he fits the role, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right, everybody, we'll holler at you. Oh, how come